Hey there! In this video, I'll be highlighting the self-defense ammo I carry in my 38 Special revolvers. I am showing a Smith & Wesson 442J frame here, but I'll also be talking about my larger K and L frame guns, even the ones chambered in .357 Magnum. For those higher caliber guns, I do also still just carry 38 Special in them, because for the self-defense that I am concerned with, 38 Special is good enough. Before you decide to buy a whole bunch of self-defense ammo in bulk for your revolvers, there are a couple of things you want to do. You want to make sure it's reliable in the gun, fairly obvious, and you also want to make sure that it shoots to your sights, especially if you have a gun that does not have adjustable sights. For most small revolvers, you've got fixed trench sights, so you want to make sure that the ammo that you choose actually shoots to those sights. I would also recommend that you avoid very stout ammo, because in these 13 to 16 ounce revolvers, it's very unpleasant to shoot with that kind of ammo, and if you don't enjoy shooting the gun that you carry, you're never going to actually carry the thing or get proficient with it. So let's talk about the ammo for my J-frames, and then we'll talk about the bigger guns. For the J-frames and similar guns, I actually carry two different loads at the same time when I'm carrying one of these guns. I don't mean that I party pack the cylinder, I mean that I have a load in the cylinder, and then my reload is a different load. For the load that starts in the gun, I am using the Federal Premium Gold Medal Match 148 grain wad cutters. These are a target load with a wad cutter projectile set into the casing. They're very accurate, they're very reliable, they're very consistent, and the recoil is very minimal. The terminal performance on this isn't as great as a lot of self-defense loads, but it's still pretty good against soft targets. But the obvious issue here is that with that projectile being set into the casing, we are not quickly loading these via a speed strip or a speed loader back into the gun. As such, my reload is a kind of more traditional looking load, and that is the Speer Gold Dot 135 grain plus P. Despite these being a plus P loading, they're actually not very stout, and it certainly has more recoil than these wad cutters, but it's not super stout. I like the 135 grain loading over a 125 or a 110 grain, because I find that they shoot to the sights better. Generally speaking, as you start to decrease the projectile weight and increase the velocity of a lower weight projectile in 38 Special, I found that the point of aim, point of impact tends to shift up. So if you're holding dead center on the target, your bullet's usually going to hit higher. Again, shooting to the sights is super important to me, and for my specific revolver here, and pretty much all the J-frames I've owned and carried, both of these loads shoot dead on to the sights. Now, I didn't bring a K-frame up here to the studio with me, but when I am carrying like a Model 15 or a 19 or a 686, I ditch the wad cutters and just go for carrying the Speer Gold Dot 135 grain plus P. For a big steel frame gun, I find that even though this has a little bit more recoil, it's still super manageable and super pleasant. Again, very reliable. But all those guns, I also have adjustable sights, so I could change out the loading, but why not just continue to carry and stock the stuff that I'm already using in my J-frames? Let me know in the comments down below what you carry in your 38 Special guns. I'd love to hear it. Thank you very much for watching.